New Japan Pro Wrestling Castle Attack Road to Castle Attack Night 2 is underway. SOS Wrestling Network back at you guys again. It's the ProResu FlyGOD Stardust Yaku, excuse me. Your boy, Flunty United here talking about motherfucking Castle Attack Night 2. Road to Castle Attack Night 2, shall I say. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that great stuff before we get into this. So, this show had a couple of insinuating circumstances here that took place. So, which led to a house of 331 in attendance. We had a state of emergency curfew here in Japan. It's going to be a show that took place on a Monday, and it's the second show on a 4-night stretch at the same venue. The second night of a tour that exactly preceded it 4 days after the previous one. The 11th show in 30 days at one specific venue. Maybe in some people's eyes, an underwhelming card that lacked distinction from the ones previous or the ones subsequent to before it. So, that's kind of what we had going into the show. So without any further ado, we might as well get into the results, my thoughts on these matches, and all of that good stuff. So first match we had Yuya Uemura, Yoshihashi, and Hiroki Goto taking on the Bullet Club trio of G.O.D, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa here. So Yoshihashi was able to get the victory over G.O.D, 8 minutes and 57 seconds via butterfly lock. I thought this match was solid. Matches this is building towards the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team title match between Yoshihashi and Goto versus the Guerrillas of Destiny, of course, with the insinuating special singles matches between the two teams right here. I thought it was solid. This was a okay opener for a New Japan show. It wasn't anything that you're going to go ahead and write home about. You can actually, if you want to, you can skip this because these guys are going to be matched up many times throughout this tour. So if you need to, go ahead and skip this. This is not anything that you absolutely need to see. Match number 2 in the show, we have the returning Empire, Jeff Cobb, Will Ospreay, and the Great Khan taking on Yota Tsuji, Hiroshi Tenzan, and Hiroshi Tanahashi right here. We know this is leading up the singles match between Tanahashi and the Great Khan. We got Jeff Cobb picking up the victory for his team right here via the Tour of the Islands over Yota Tsuji. About 9 minutes, 28 seconds. And I thought this did a good job of giving Jeff Cobb his heat back since he took that L in the second night of Wrestle Kingdom 15. So it gives him that much needed momentum back. I'm a fan of Jeff Cobb. I'm a fan of Great Khan. Will Ospreay, as we've documented on the show, maybe not so fucking much, but it is what it is. The Empire get the victory, and the leader, Great Khan, actually does not have a mic, but he protests the Great Empire, the United Empire, greatness after this match. So we move on to the third match. We got my favorite stable, of course, Los Ingobernables de Japón, Ibushi, Hiromu Takahashi, and Sanada taking on the team of Taiji Ishimori, El Phantasmo, and Yujiro Takahashi, otherwise known as the Bullet Club. So we got Sanada actually tapping out Yujiro Takahashi via the skull-in, little under 10 minutes right here. So Sanada was here. This gave him, I guess, some momentum after that title match. Maybe not really, not so much. He got a victory, so that helps. We know we're getting that IWGP Junior Heavyweight title match Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title match and title match between the respective El Phantasmo and Taiji Ishimori going against Los Dos Peligroso, and then Hiromu defending his belt against El Phantasmo here coming up at the end of the tour. We know we're getting that, so we got more build towards that. But yeah, Sanada gets a win here over Yujiro Takahashi. This match was okay. It wasn't bad. I thought, if you give these guys a little bit more, of course they can do way more than what they did here, but this match is more than serviceable. And then we have the penultimate match on the show. We have Sho. Speaking of Sho, we have Sho, Toru Yano, Tomohiro Ishii, and Kazuchika Okada taking on the Bullet Club team of Dick Togo, Chase Owens, Jay White, and Evil right here. So whenever you see a guy like Dick Togo, G.O.D, Geto, you're assuming they're going to eat the pinfall right here. But actually, Dick Togo is the one who pinned Sho after Evil hit Sho with the Everything is Evil right here. This match is super chaotic. Actually, to this point, it was probably my favorite match on this show. Yeah, this was just a really good match, and pretty much everybody's just tied off with everyone right here. I mean, Sho is not going to have a rivalry with Dick Togo. I mean, maybe he will since he pinned him right here, but we know Yano and Chase Owens are going to have that King of Pro Wrestling 2020 provisional title match coming up. I think it's a strap match, so be on the lookout for that. Got that singles match between Tomohiro Ishii and Jay White, and of course, you got Kazuchika Okada taking on Evil right here. So the fact that Dick Togo got the pin over Sho is just kind of shocking and kind of surprising. But that means that how it happened, that's not surprising. So this was actually a solid, probably like I said, the best match on the show to this point. So Then we got the main event. We got Yuji Nagata and the double champion Kota Ibushi taking on Shingo Takagi and Tetsuya Naito of Los Ingobernables de Japón. It's great to see Shingo back. This is his first match back since he actually dropped the never openweight title to Hiroshi Tanahashi. So it's great to see him back right here. It's great to see Yuji Nagata back as well. And he and Kota Ibushi are actually a very, very solid tag team. And I know Yuji Nagata is an elder statesman. He's a granddad. He's an uncle, whatever you want to call him. But I think they should utilize him more because he still can fucking go in this ring right here. But he can still fucking go. But all that happens, he still ate a Destino from Tetsuya Naito in about 16 minutes, 26 seconds right here. More build for that Intercontinental Championship match we're getting at the end of the tour. But it was just great to see Shingo too. So this show was okay. It's pretty decent. Like I said, an attendance of 331 people. So with all the insinuating circumstances, that's probably how it's going to be. So that this migrates us into the tour, the show that we got tonight, or not tonight, but this morning, guys. You know what the fuck I meant. That took place in Tokyo and Korakuen Hall. Don't have an attendance number for this show, but the first match on this show we had Yota Tsuji, Satoshi Kojima, and Hiroshi Tanahashi taking on the United Empires, Jeff Cobb, Will Ospreay, and the Great Okan. Cobb puts Yota Tsuji away with them tour the islands. We get more of the same from yesterday, or the show from Monday, but this time we have Satoshi Kojima in the mix, and he and Will Ospreay have great chemistry, so that's always good to see. But pretty much more of the same. We have the Empire reigning dominance over the team that Tanahashi is on, and it's kind of leading us to that title match we're going to get for the never openweight strap between the Great Okan and Hiroshi Tanahashi. So this is more built towards that. Second match we had Los Ingobernables de Japón's Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi, and the Cold Skull Sonata taking on the Bullet Club's Taiji Ishimori, El Phantasmo, and the Tokyo Pimps Yujiro Takahashi right here. Solid trios match, man. But around a little bit under the 11-minute mark, Yujiro Takahashi actually puts Bushi away with the pimp juice, but it was not before, it was after El Phantasmo hits Bushi with the sudden death to the midsection. So you can almost say El Phantasmo got the win for his team, but Yujiro Takahashi is just the one that picked up the pinfall. And I was kind of surprised to see Bushi take up the pin right here, but especially because they're leading towards that feud that we got going on. But you would assume that Yujiro Takahashi would have taken a pinfall or submission. But I think that's a nice little mix-up. I'm actually glad the Bullet Club team got the win. They kind of need some momentum themselves going in. So Bullet Club team got the win. A little bit under 11 minutes right here. You get spots of Hiromu actually coming out with El Phantasmo's t-shirt on. He has a cardboard IWGP Junior Heavyweight belt. He gives it to Phantasmo. He actually does his own version of the El Phantasmo entrance. And Sonata actually at one point puts on a t-shirt to stop El Phantasmo from scratching his back. So I thought that was a really good point. But he actually got a titty twister right after it. So yeah, it was a good idea, but I guess it didn't ultimately work out for him. So we get the Bullet Club trio winning that match right here. Moving on to the third match of the show, we have Sho, Toru Yano, and Tomohiro Ishii versus the Bullet Club trio of Jay White, Chase Owens, and G.O.D. You already know who's eating a pinfall right here. This match is a little under 13 minutes. We got the vertical drop brainbuster from Tomohiro Ishii on the G.O.D. You know he's getting his ass beat. Then after the match, Jay White's pleading to the referee to go in there and stop them, the Chaos team, from doing what they're doing, because we got Tomohiro Ishii choking G.O.D. with his own jacket, pretty much just laying it into him. So Jay White's is pleading with Red Shoes here to just do something, or I think it might have been Kenta Sato. I'm not really sure. It might have been Marty Asami. It could have been either one of these three gentlemen. But Jay White's is pleading with him, can you do something? Can you be a fair, impartial referee? And he couldn't get that. So I'm a little sad that he couldn't get that. But like I said, this is building up towards what we have with the two singles matches, the King of Pro Wrestling title and Tomohiro Ishii versus Jay White. I thought it did a good job of building up towards that, and this has probably been one of my favorite parts of the tour, this little Bullet Club Chaos mini feud we got going on. So, penultimate match of the show, we have Yuji Nagata and Kota Ibushi taking on the Los Ingobernables de Japón duo of Shingo the Dragon Takagi and El Ingobernable Tetsuya Naito. So we got Shingo putting away Yuji Nagata a little under 14 minutes with a very, very stiff last of the Dragon. The interaction between Yuji Nagata and Shingo is something that I would like to see more of. I don't know how much more we're going to see of it because, like I said earlier, how they use Yuji Nagata here in New Japan, but I would definitely like to see more of that. And Kota Ibushi and Tetsuya Naito mixing up a little bit differently. Once again, they start off with more mat-based grappling style wrestling. So I thought that's a different kind of wrinkle that these guys have brought to their long rivalry that they've had over the years. So we got Shingo putting Yuji Nagata away, like I said, with the last of the dragon, which ties us on to the main event, ladies and gentlemen. Main event time. We got Yoshihashi, Hiroki Goto, and Kazuchika Okada, aka the Rainmaker, taking on the Guerrillas of Destiny, the reigning IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, and the King of Darkness Evil right here. So we actually get Tangaloa putting Yoshihashi away with the ape shit around 15 minutes, and I thought that was a nice touch because they're going to have a singles match. We got Tangaloa cutting a promo post match, talking about how he's going to murder Yoshihashi in their special singles match, so there'll be no need for the tag team title match. I thought this was a very different main event, and I did enjoy it. I thought I enjoyed the second night more than the not second night, but I thought I enjoyed the Tuesday's night show more than Monday's night show. I swear I can speak English. So we have that show that's going to come out tomorrow, Wednesday night. LK and I probably tackle that here coming up soon. So we are the almighty SOS Wrestling Network. Like, share, and subscribe. All that great shit. I'm the puroresu FlyGOD Stardust Shuyaku International Sick. You know who I am. Till y'all hear us next time, you know what to do. Please, please. Because Naito's to get an intercontinental strap. Tranquilo.